What's going on, YouTube? This is SB3 Gaming, and I am back with another episode of MXGP 2020. So I gave it a couple days. Milestone did a bigger update, so I'm going to go through some of the changes that they made in the update. It's going to be a pretty quick video, but yeah, I'm just going to go through some of the changes that they made, show you a little bit of the first-person cam, and then call it a day. I also installed Pay2021's newest mod. It's a brand new mod that he came out. If you're on PC, definitely check it out. Look him up on Facebook, or I don't have the link to the Discord, but if you guys want it, let me know, and I can try to get a hold of it and put it in the comments, so that way you guys have access to it. But yeah, so we're going to go through the customization options really quick, since that was, honestly, that was one of my biggest gripes. Not being able to change any of the graphics or anything like, or not the graphics, but the number fonts was my biggest complaint. So since the last update, you can see now that they've added plate. I'm assuming that's our right plate, and then left plate. I don't know what the H is supposed to stand for, but it's the left and right plate. But yeah, so you can actually go in and adjust it now, which is nice. It was something that wasn't able to be changed earlier in whenever the game first dropped, and that annoyed the crap out of me. And I'm not even like, it's something that was so minimal and so aesthetic that it shouldn't have bothered me the way that it did. But it was the fact that the last MXGP game, the last Supercross game, had this simple feature in it, and it just seemed like it was Milestone dropping the ball, or just not paying attention to what they were supposed to be doing. So while we're in here, I'm going to go ahead and go through the Pay2021 mod. So you can see right here, it should be in the Fusion. Most of his mods always end up in the Fusion slot for the graphics kit. So if you have any issues finding a specific mod, it's probably in there. But yeah, so this is the CRF 450. I'm gonna go through and check the 250s as well. But so this is the HRC Honda. Looks slick. One thing I'm noticing from Pay2021's mods, and this isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I know previously, and it may just be on the gear, but I know previously his gear had like it was able to slot over it, and maybe that's just because it's the first mod. I got Geico Honda, RIP, and that looks like it's it. Yeah, I don't see any. Okay, so that's it for the Honda. Oops. Okay. So we'll go look at just this. Again, I did the money mod to get access to all the money right off the bat, because I don't jack around, especially with how much they were paying. Didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. There's the 2021 Rockstar Energy Husqvarna. I like it. I've heard mixed feelings. The only thing I don't like about it are the side panels. How they're split. I think it looks stupid. But I like this. I'm hearing a lot of backlash. The yellow here, and then the black, and then the white. People are saying it's too many colors. I like it. I think it looks slick. I wish there was a little bit more white in there. I'd say swap the yellow out for the white, just so that way the Husqvarna is known as the white bike, at least since its return. So I'd like to see a little bit more white in place of the yellow, but I love the black part on right here. It looks slick. I love it. And that might actually be it. Yeah, these are all just normal Fusion. Okay, cool. So Husqvarna. Okay, it's the 2-stroke. So Kawasaki should have just the normal graphics kit for the Monster Energy Pro Kawasaki. Yeah. Is that? I don't know if that's a Fusion. Oh, it is. Okay. So they got the Monster Energy Cowie. It looks like it was a pretty, not a basic mod, but it was it was just the opening level mod that usually comes out. It's usually replacing some of the skins over the bikes to give you like that factory option, which is good, because I don't like playing in career mode and playing on the stock bikes. I don't like being assigned to a team because I run my own gear, but you know, whatever works. Here we go. Livery. Got Red Bull KTM. I'm pretty sure these are all the 2021 graphics, so they're all going to be what's going to be showing up at Houston 1. I don't know what is this the MXGP one? maybe. Motocross of Nations, maybe. I don't know. Ooh, there's no... Okay, so there's the Troy Lee Designs KTM. No Rocky Mountain. Okay, cool. Which it'll come in another update. Pay2021 has always done a really, really good job with his mods to make sure that, at least on the PC community, we're all taken care of, and I'm very, very, very thankful to Pay2021 for all the stuff he does with his mods. So, huge shout out. We don't say it enough, but thank you so much, Pay2021, for all the modding support that you do. Keep the game alive. Okay, so 250 YZ. All right. I do like the way the 2021 graphics for the Monster Energy Yamaha look too, or I guess Star Racing Yamaha. I don't know if this is the Star Racing Yamaha. I think it is, because I don't think it's going to explicitly say anywhere that it's. You would think with them being like the primary sponsor, it would have Star Racing on it, but maybe I haven't seen the new 2021, or I haven't looked closely at the 2021 Monster Energy Yamahas. So with Star Racing taking over the effort, I don't know. I figured you would have seen their branding somewhere, but I don't remember looking at the bikes and seeing that. So could just be something that Star Racing doesn't really care to put on their bikes. All right, so we got the YZ. I don't think TM's gonna have anything. This is what I'm curious about. I want to see if he put any of the if he's gonna put the Troy Lee Designs Gas on here or not. No. I wonder if whenever he does these mods, if it has to be put in a specific folder. Which that's fine. I like the way the Gas looks anyway, but hopefully in the near future we're going to be able to get this, get a graphics overhaul for it and get the Troy Lee Designs Gas machine on here. It looks slick. I think Justin Barsha on it looks good. But, alright. So that's it for the gear. Or, I'm sorry, the bikes. So let's go into some of the gear to see if we got anything for gear. He may not have gotten this far into it. I didn't see what all was in the mod. I just saw that he posted it, so I wanted to go through and check it out. I don't see anything. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's touched the gear just yet. Which I'll be uploading another video as he releases more updates to the gear. Because this is, I mean, it's coming. It's something he's always done, and it's always looked super slick because he'll put like Monster Energy Kawasaki logos on there to mimic like ET3 or Cooper Webb or whoever it may be. I don't see anything. I think I saw some helmets. Bell. Yeah. Okay. So he's got a couple of them, but he hasn't gone over and done the skin over the actual selections piece, which is fine. He'll do that either in time or he usually gets these mods out pretty quick. But they look slick. So let's see. Yeah. So he's got some arrow. Very, very nice. Okay. Cool. All right, well, let's go into some of the... I'm not a track editor type of person, but I can go in. The track editor's in here, and the people that I've talked to that actually use the track editor says it looks pretty slick, so that's a good thing for people that are into making tracks. I tried making one on Supercross 2, whatever the first Supercross that had it, and it was trash, so I don't touch it. But, yeah, let's go into quick mode. Let's do a time attack. And then they've also added a couple more tracks. Let me see. What was it? I think they had up to Udavala, and they added Finzi. I can't pronounce it. The Italian track. Mantova. Let's see. Full. And then they added, these are the 3 tracks from the compound, and they made them raceable. So these are the 2 tracks that were actually from the circuit that they added. And then I think they're planning on releasing a couple more tracks over the next couple weeks or by February. I saw a brief timetable that somebody found, but I didn't look too much into it. But yeah, let's just go ride around. We'll ride as Tim Geiser, the back-to-back champ, and we'll see what happens. Since I've gotten a couple more hours into the game, I do enjoy the physics. It still feels a little wonky. There's still some issues with the turning when you're cornering. But this is my first time riding a 452, so don't judge me. But we'll go straight into the free physics a little bit. The scrubs look decent, which is something that a lot of people complain. Like, it's a big pain point for a lot of people because of the freedom that you had with reflex, and it seems like since that game there's been a lot of backpedaling. People aren't like, gaming isn't just, they're not going quite back to the freedom and the physics and the terrain deformation that reflex had. Reflex is a gem. I think it's like, what, 11 years old now. Came out in, I think, 2009, and it's a gem. I don't play it so much anymore because I'm more into the graphic side of things. So I like games that look really, really nice. When I'm racing in these games, I don't like. I'll use the freedom like that to throw some scrubs or to throw some whips or whatever it is. I don't usually use that canned whip, but it does look better than I think it has in previous years. There's still some things that they need to fix with it. I mean, it's not going to be, to me, it's not going to be perfect until I can throw a nasty whip over a jump like that by myself and actually like make it look like a whip, where it doesn't necessarily look like that right now. But they're getting better, and I'm glad, because it's a step in the right direction, and they're making sure that they're making small, solid improvements. You are able to, I forgot to go into the customization, but with the jersey as well, just like with the number, you're able to adjust it. It is a little limited, so if you maximize out the size, it puts it off angle. So if you like to have your jersey number centered or anything like that, it does look a little weird, but that'd be the only complaint I have with that so far, is that the fonts of the names are all about the same. And I'll jump into it before I jump off, so that way you guys can see it. But yeah, let's see. Let's try an inside rut. It still does it with that update. I noticed it's not quite as finicky, but if you hit an inside rut, sometimes if you hit it the right way, it'll shoot you to the inside still. So it's something you got to be on the lookout for. But I would expect probably a week 1 patch at some point, like next week, Tuesday or Wednesday. I'd say expect a patch to come out. And go from there. If you're into the bike sounds, I'll shut up for this lap and let you guys hear the sounds. So here you go. All right, so there are the bike sounds. I mean, to me, it sounds okay, but to me, it's like the bike sounds aren't something that's super. To me, they sound fine. I haven't ridden a dirt bike in years, so I don't have that in-person comparison like I would have used like I used to. So to me, they sound fine. I understand that they're probably not going to sound perfect, and if they're doing a direct recording of the, you would think that they'd be doing a direct recording of the sound of the dirt bike, but I guess maybe that doesn't translate too well from a recording device. I don't know. But yeah, okay. So I'm gonna go into first person. So they have this with the goggles, and I don't think they had tear offs implemented yet. I don't think. I don't see it anywhere. Yeah, I can't do any. There's no tear off button, but I'm all right with it. I like the first person mode. It reminds me a little bit of All Out. I can't do whips or anything with it because I crashed, but other than that, I mean, I like the way it looks. I like the way it feels. It doesn't feel like I'm right on top of the handlebars as much as I felt that way with MXGP 2019 really bad. And the majority of these MXGP games, I don't like the first person. The only one I really like the first person in is All Out. I don't know why, but it's just I also like the adjustments that you can make to it. But I'm not comfortable writing these MXGP games in first person. I like the way it looks. Like if I'm just jacking around, then I'll play with it a little bit just because it looks cool. But that'd be about it. Alright. Yeah, see. I can't do it. I can't scrub. I can't really do anything. But I'm not noticing the cornering issue quite as much, and that may have been something with the 250s that was a problem, maybe. I don't know. But I noticed it a lot more with the 250 bikes rather than the 450s. I'm not noticing it as much, which is good. It's a good thing because if it was a 250 issue, I play the 250 the bare amount, and then as soon as I'm able to ride career mode in the 450, that's when I do it. So yeah, I'll do one more lap and then I'll go into customization really quick to show you guys the the jersey customization, just so you have an idea of the progress that Milestone is making. And then I'll call it a video. I'll do periodic updates. It may not be every day, but every time I notice an update, I will plan to make a video. I may, if it's like a small update, I might wait until the next one, every couple days or every week or something like that, just so you guys are in the loop of what's going on if you don't pay attention to it or you're on the fence about buying it. All right, I'm gonna try to get it to do yeah, it's not. It doesn't appear to be as much of an issue, and it could have been user error to trying to learn the physics I wasn't hitting the jump or the corner at the right speed, or I was hitting it too fast or too slow. But I'm excited to go through and play the career mode on a 450. I won the MX2 championship in that, and then I moved up to the 450 class or the MXGP class, and I'm excited to see how the game. There it is. Okay, so it's still a little bit of an issue, but it's not near as often as what I was doing. So I'm assuming that's a little bit of user error on my part more so than necessarily the game's fault. But yeah, if Milestone sees this, that might be something you want to look into. I don't know if it's like an invisible wall or what, but one thing that I noticed while playing the other the other tracks, is you get reset real easy on certain sections. I mean, like you go poof reset. Not necessarily on this track, but on on other maps like that. So I keep saying maps. I've been playing too much Call of Duty. All right, so we're gonna exit out. I'm gonna go to the customization really quick just to show you guys what it looks like, and then be good. If you guys want to see me try to make a track, I can give it a go. It's gonna be trash, and I'm not gonna upload it, but I will try. All right, so we'll go into the preset one. Rider, data. I hear there's a cap too on the name that goes on the back. So I don't know. Is there? Oh, there is. Wow, that's silly. I mean, I get it because you don't want the name to be too terribly long, but so we'll look at the name. So this is the maximum size that you can go now on the user, or on the name on the back of the jersey. You can go smaller, and you can move it like around a little bit. Like you get a little bit more freedom of motion with it being smaller, but it looks a little better. I mean, like that's fine. It doesn't need to be big. This one, so this is the smallest that the number can go, and if you just max it out, I can't push it over to the left any more than where it's at right now, so it's just stuck like that, which is not bad. I would just like a little bit more freedom so that you can center it a little bit more, because I like the bigger number, especially if you're doing a single digit. But it's a small grievance. It's not even honestly, it's not a big deal. And it's the same thing with all the other numbers. So I just wanted to show you guys that, but so far, Milestone, they've done a good job of listening to the feedback and at least addressing the issues that were bothering me. So I'm glad to see that they're taking care of some of the problems. I know there's probably some other issues. I haven't tried playing online, so I don't know anything about that, but it looks like they're at least trying to fix some of the issues. But I think they're already focused primarily towards releasing Supercross 4, in my honest opinion, because this game got absolutely no marketing. You got the release date, and that was the last thing I heard of it. I didn't see any videos for it. I didn't see really anything, and then, what was it? 2 weeks before launch of MXGP 2020, they released the release date for Supercross 4, and then they did the gameplay alpha and everything like that. So it seems like they're shifting their attention a little bit to the Supercross game ahead of the MXGP schedule. So truthfully, I don't know how much more support we're gonna get, especially once we get into the new year, because they're going to be prepping everything for Supercross. So, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I do like the Supercross games, but I do like having the mixture of being able to play an outdoor game like MXGP. So maybe in the long run, if something happens with the MXGP license, they can find a way to work it out so they can get a hold of the Lucas Oil Pro Motocross license and mold the games into one. In a perfect world for me, it would be, if they got rid of the MXGP game, it would be melding the outdoor AMA outdoor Lucas Oil Pro Motocross outdoor season with the Supercross season, and melding it into one game and calling it like AMA Championship, or I don't know. Somebody in their marketing team would think of a better name, but that would be the next step for me if MXGP does go away. I know THQ Nordic does own the Lucas Oil rights, but if I'm not mistaken, I believe they also own Milestone, so I think there might be a way to do it. There would just be some stuff that they would have to go through first, but yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Small update to the game and everything that they've done, and showing you off a little bit more of the physics. As I play it more, I do like the way that it plays, and I do like the way that it handles in the bike and everything like that. The physics weren't really the issue for me. They were a little weird to learn because it was an outdoor game and it felt kind of like Supercross but heavier. And now that I've gotten used to it, I can switch between Supercross and this game pretty easily. This is a little bit more restrictive than what Supercross is to me. But other than that, I mean, the physics of the game are solid. I wish there was a little bit more customization options, but as you can see with the mod that Pay2021 has put out, then it should be, at least for PC gamers, it should be okay. Again, if you saw I lost my train of thought. Woo! If you saw the mod and you're watching this, it's not on PlayStation, it's not on Xbox, it's only a PC mod. maybe someday. But as of right now, these are PC only. But stay tuned for the next video, guys. I really appreciate anybody that's watching. And then be on the lookout for more updates. As I get some updates from Milestone, I will start posting a little bit more videos about it. I might do some random gameplay videos of it, but I'm primarily doing this to keep an update of the progress that Milestone's making from their, I would say, questionable launch. But they're taking steps in the right direction, and as it sits right now, I'm not regretting my purchase. With, I know in my previous video I did mention don't buy it yet. With the update they put out, if you're somebody that likes to play with the track editor, then it makes a little bit more sense to buy it now that that's available. I think it's a fun game. If you like outdoor racing, it's a solid game for it. It's the physics take a little bit to get used to, but once you get a handle on it, it does play decent. They got some kinks to work out, but once they get those sorted out, I think it'll be a solid entry. As long as they start adding more of like the customization options back into it. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. And until the next update from Milestone, I will see you in the next one.